Hey guys, welcome back. So now I'm going to present the quick morning breakfast recipe. Inside the bag, all of you got, like I said, either a regular white loaf bread or you got bagels. So we're going to use the bagels for this one. It's the exact same thing as you were to be using the regular loaf bread. It's just with a bagel. So we're going to make a quick egg breakfast sandwich. I'm sure most of you have done something similar, if not the exact same thing. These bagels already come pre-sliced, so you just got to take a quick cut through on the little section that isn't cut all the way through. For this one, we're going to make it a little healthier, even though bagels, of course, are not the healthiest thing. We're going to use the tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes or plum tomatoes. Take the butt end off. These, I actually save all of these, and later on, I put them together into a blender and make them into part of my marinaras. So we're going to go ahead and cut a couple slices of tomato here. For cheese, we're going to use, I've got some American singles, the pre-wrapped stuff. You can use any cheese that you like. You can use any proteins that you like. You can add ham, you can add sausage, you can add anything like that, maybe some bacon or even turkey bacon to it. This is once again just a base recipe that you can build onto. So in your bag, you guys are getting eggs. So we're going to go ahead and use the eggs that you guys are getting because these are the exact same ones. So we're going to go ahead and take 2. You can make it more if you want, but just know that 2 eggs is a decent amount to actually fill up the bagel. If you want to do 3 to 4 eggs, it's really going to pile on there, and they're going to be spilling all over the place. So this is really straightforward. We're going to go ahead and take a bowl here. We're going to whisk it in so that we can get a quick blend of the eggs to make them scrambled. You can make them sunny side up if you prefer sunny side up, over easy, every which way that you'd like your eggs. I always use a fork for it, nothing special. And just a pinch of salt. And then I like to add just a touch of water to my eggs when I cook the scrambled eggs. Just a little splash. What this does is that it creates a little bit of a steam pocket in the eggs as they cook. And that's how you get those nice fluffy eggs that don't get too stiff. And the stiffness also comes from overcooking. So I'm going to go ahead and head on this way. We're going to use a little bit of butter. Just a tiny bit of butter. Go ahead and get that going on there. So I got these going on low heat, guys. A lot of people tend to burn their eggs quite easily, and that is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. So I'm just gonna get it nice and spread around. All right, once I got my pan nice and coated, I add it in there. It's a matter of patience on these so that they don't stick and so they don't burn at the bottom, and it keeps them nice and scrambled the whole time. Now the thing with eggs is as they cook, especially when you're cooking on a lower temperature, it's going to take them a little while to really get to that point where they look like they're cooking. It's going to take a while. But once they hit that point, it's going to go quick. They're going to cook real quick. As you can see, we're starting to get some cooking going. Starting to scramble up. This is the same way you would do a good old American omelet, minus the continuous scramble. So a very important part to cooking scrambled eggs without drying them out is knowing when to turn off your pan. Most people see the eggs and it's like, oh, it's done, and then they turn it off, and at that point it's too late, and you will overcook your eggs. So the best thing to do is leave them a little runnier than you're normally used to, and then turn off the pan. If you're going to add the cheese to it, go ahead and put the cheese on at that point, and the carryover heat, the carryover cooking will finish the eggs for good. So we're nearing the finished product on these scrambled eggs. As you can see, they're starting to get tight, starting to come together. Okay, at this point, right now is when I'm going to go ahead and turn off the fire on it, or the heat. If you're using an electric stove, remove the pan from that burner and put it on the on one that is off, because electric stoves tend to carry over the heat pretty well, and it will overcook your eggs. So, all right. At this point, we're going to go ahead and add the cheese on top, nice and hot, so you can get a melt on it. Let's bring it over this way. Let's get a plate. Now your bagels, if you like them toasted, you could definitely toast them up, pop them in the oven and toaster oven, either one of those. So one thing I like to do is a lot of times we have these holes in bagels, or even depending on the type of bread you're using, they might have some air pocket holes in it. So that's where I actually take things like my tomatoes, or if you're using a sausage or ham or anything like that, and I use that to cover up those holes. Now these tomatoes I'm going to go ahead and season up just a touch. And as always, black pepper. Go ahead and slide that on there. Put that on top. Close it up, and you are good to go with a delicious, hearty, healthy breakfast that'll carry you through at least a good 10 o'clock in the morning, or if you're like me, more like 8. But yes, so yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them. You can leave us comments in the comment section, and we'd be more than happy to answer them for you.